Sneak dissing, we don't see the competition. I drop off a ransom note that your art is missing, nigga.
Pay us in full with the money, or she gon' get her fingers clipped off like Lil Sonny,
MRecktv.
You hear something?
Have you guys heard of Stream Boss? It's a new IPTV provider that gives you over 5,000 channels for only $20 a month.
Oh, cool!
$20 for live TV, local TV, movies, TV shows, pay-per-views, and so much more.
Huh? What?
If you have a Fire Stick, smart TV, or streaming device, then head on over to thestreamboss.com to begin your setup process.
Peace, world. You now live on MRecktv. I got a special guest in the building, my brother, DJ Superior. Let's give him the AKAs, my brother.
What's good, world? DJ Superior in the building, most hated CEO. I'm also an author, producer, movies and stuff. I'm also a chef, you know what I'm saying? It's what I do.
Yes, sir.
All right?
Yes, sir, man. I could definitely tell by the backdrop, you know what I mean? You chefing up some marvelous shit, I see.
Oh, yeah. I'm definitely a chef. I went to cooking school when I was young. Got a 2-year degree in cooking in, Long Island, you know what I'm saying? North Babylon, Lindenhurst. So I was out there. So, I cook a little something.
No doubt.
When you live by yourself, you gotta learn how to feed yourself.
Yes,
you know
sir.
What I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yep.
So let's go to the beginning of DJ Superior, like you becoming a DJ, right? So take us to where it first started and where you originally from.
All right. I was born in Harlem. I'm from Yonkers, New York.
Mm-hmm.
I started DJing like probably around 16. I was playing around with it at 15, a little something, but 16, 17, 18, I got more serious with it. And Yonkers, New York. Murder Gardens, 527.
What was it like growing up in Yonkers?
Yonkers is I'm not gonna lie to you, Yonkers got a black cloud.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? X always used to say that. It definitely was a black cloud. Because there was a lot of, we got some big projects. Slow Bomb, Scoot Street, Whitney Young, Mulford, Cottage. It was a lot of things going on. A lot of hate, man.
Damn.
A lot of hate. But it's all, it's all love.
No doubt.
It was all love.
So what made you get into like DJing? Like what was the passion? What was the influence for that?
The influence was I had to do something, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? When I was in group home, I was in a group home in North Babylon. I got put away because I was selling, drugs at a young age.
Mm-hmm.
The thing was, though, what they put me away for, I wasn't selling. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. When no cops want to catch you, man, they'll catch you and put whatever on you.
Got you.
So that's what that was about.
Got you. Now, give us the age when you first started taking the DJ thing serious.
I believe I was taking it serious at I think 18, 18, 19, I was taking it serious.
Got you.
I had to survive doing parties and stuff. Like I said before on another interview, people don't know my story. They didn't know that I was living by myself. My mom left me at a certain age. And, like I said in the movie that I'm working on, there's a lot of things people don't know. You know what I'm saying? I never had a father. I only had a mother. And, my mother back then was searching for love. And the guy she was with was a bad guy. I caught him, trying to, molest one of my nieces.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying? And, my cousin, I always say niece because she's younger. But, that's the cousin I was real close with. So, I turned on him. I wanted to get him hurt. Me and one of my cousins jumped him one day. But she eventually went with him. So that's how it was. I don't want to go too much in it because it's in the movie, but she left me in the project, paid 6 months rent, and I had to take care of myself, right?
You living on your own. You in survival mode. Mom's left you with the crib.
Mm-hmm. Remember, I only got 6 months, Rex. So she like find a job or do something, you know?
She paid the rent for 6 months.
Yeah.
Got you. So now in that 6 month period, like where you at with it? Are you going to get a job? You filling out job applications? What's happening?
Man, I was doing house parties. House parties was making the money, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, wow.
House parties, make a lot of money doing house parties. That's all I was doing. And then I seen older DJs from the town, like Beatmaster Gene, and like I said, the guy DJ K-Son, that was DMX's DJ. There's a lot of DJs. Yonkers got a lot of DJs, you know what I'm saying? I was the younger DJ, but we got a ton of them, you know what I'm saying? We got a lot of DJs. Gotcha. DJ Truth, DJ Al B, DJ Harlem. It's a lot of... Yonkers is his own little... Reck, man, you don't know, man. Yonkers is his own little world. You know what I'm saying? When y'all from New York, y'all got that mayor and that, whatever. We had our own mayor, so we our own little world, man.
Got you. Got you. So now take us to when you and DMX met.
Okay, well, he was Darkman X. I just noticed a lot of time when I was doing these parties and stuff, he would come in, act regular. He always kept a hood on, though, Reck. He always came in with a hood on. But he was robbing people. Dang. He was always known for, like, robbing somebody or doing something. You know what I'm saying? So it was one of those things, like, when you see him, you like, oh, shit. You know what I'm saying? And X wasn't the type with no hat and no whatever. He was strictly bald head and just like this. So you see a nigga like this in a party just chilling looking at you, that was that nigga.
Gotcha.
And I just noticed that some people were scared of him, some people wasn't. Some people like, man, we'll jump his ass in here. But X is slick, man. He knows what to do.
No doubt. Now, me and you was building before, and you was telling me DMX, he had some diss records to a few Yonkers artists. One particular.
Yeah. Well, you asked me about one.
Yeah.
And that was the record Trina Mo you asked me about. Okay. And I told you that was just healthy competition between him and, the Locks. That,
Yeah, no. I don't want to go there yet. We're gonna go there.
I thought. No, all right,
I'm talking about. Let's take it back. Whereas the same group you talking about, they got the alley oop from Mary J. Blige. But
with Mary.
Yeah, with Mary.
The problem with Mary was, and we love Mary. I said that before. I'm gonna say it again. We love you, Mary. But at the time we were young. And we were just mad, you know what I'm saying, when Mary got on. And, we already competition with Mount Vernon. You know what I'm saying? Mount Vernon got Heavy D, this one, that one, this one. They was acting at the time like they was, Young Guns. They the ones. So when Mary got on, we was like, yeah, nigga, yeah.
Yonkers in the building.
Yeah, y'all ain't got nothing to mess with that. You know what I'm saying? So, she came out and she started yelling Brooklyn and all this stuff, man. That kind of Bronx, whatever she was doing, it kind of hurt me because I had a little, not a relationship where I was going out with her, but me and Mary used to talk friends-wise. She used to tell me that she was trying to, do music and all that. Mary was a good person. She was always quiet, but she had a lot of people hating on her. That's that black cloud I was telling you about.
Yes, sir.
You know, she always had girls trying to jump her. Or
wow.
You could look at her, see a little cut on her face. Where do you think that came from? That came from Yonkers. You know what I'm saying? But Mary always held her own though. You know, and they knew she was nice, so they knew that she was the one that was gonna do it. So like I said, when that happened, man, X and me we was heated. And a lot of people think I was just X DJ. Man, I was the X friend, man. We wasn't just, I'm a DJ sitting here waiting for him. We was boys. We were friends. You know what I'm saying? He's the one that taught me how to rap. If you think about it.
Oh, wow.
You know, I have a lot of songs. I got songs with him that I made with him. You know? But that day, he wrote the Mary J. Blige diss on some tissue. He was in the corner just writing. And then I remember him saying to me, like, yo, dog, get your verse ready, dog. And I was like, I don't know, man. He was like, what do you mean you don't know? She dissed you too. You're from the town? Like, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, all right. So I wrote my verse. But, you know, we went in on her, you know?
Wow. What was the name of that record?
The Mary J. diss.
Now, did that record ever surface outside of Yonkers?
It did. Some places got it. Some places had it. I remember Hot 97 had it. But I also remember Wendy Williams. If you remember when X went on Wendy Williams, she said something about, he brought up why he was mad at her. I'll tell you why he was mad with her, because we brought her a record up there. I think we bought Born Loser when he made Born Loser. And I guess because of that Mary diss back then, she was a Mary fan. And she took it personal. So when we saw her coming out of the building, it was just me, Y, and X. And we saw her coming out the building. So we like trying to get the record because we trying to, you know, get our groove on.
Yes, sir.
Trying to get into the music business. And, you know, she took it, drove a little while, threw it out the window.
Wow.
So we started chasing her.
Say what?
And Wendy, you know that too. You didn't tell that story, but you know I was there. We chased you. But we know you were the cops or whatever you did. So we stopped chasing you and whatever. But yeah, we was chasing her down like, bitch, what the fuck? Like, you know, that was young Joaquin, the CEO of Rough Riders. That's before Rough Riders was even really formed yet.
Got you. Now, DMX first deal was with Columbia, right? Rough House Columbia, right?
It was with Rough House Columbia, yes.
Okay.
Rough House Columbia.
Now, that was a single deal, I believe, right?
That was a single deal.
And what was the name of that single?
The Born Loser.
Born Loser. So that's the record you gave Wendy Williams.
Yes.
So this is before you got the deal with Rough House Columbia.
We got the deal. I'm like, hold up. Make a move, make it soon. Because we had pressed up, like I said, when we eventually met Joaquin, and like I said, that was early because Joaquin didn't even have, it wasn't Double R yet. It was still Rough Riders or whatever, but it was a dog, a pit bull with two guns on the side.
Got you.
That was the logo.
Wow.
So, you know, Wild was just trying to do his thing. Wild was trying to, you know, do his thing.
No doubt.
Trying to tell his family, like, yo, this is what it is. This is what it is. You know?
So what made Y, I guess, invest in DMX or believe in DMX? Was it DMX battling people? Was it DMX, you know, like the records he was making? What was that moment that made Y say, yo, you know what? I'm gonna put my all behind you. What was that?
Well, the thing was, X was nice. So X name was everywhere. It was nice. He was doing, like I said, the shows that me and X, I could show you shows me and X did way before we was with Y, that we had arenas full and stuff like that. So names was getting around. Like I could show it, like I said.
Gotcha.
You know, like in the beginning when I told you about, telling the world.
Mm-hmm.
When I was young, I booked Wu-Tang Clan to come to Yonkers to do a show. And I had X open up for him.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is the flyer right here, the Wu-Tang Clan flyer.
Wow.
I'll send it to you, but it's Wu-Tang Clan and Darkman X.
Yo, where the hell you got that flyer from, man?
Off a line. You made a copy, but I'll send it to you.
Wow.
That way you can...
Yo, salute, man. Salute.
Yeah. So I was young then, you know what I'm saying? And it was an early group called Wrecking Crew that was Sporty Thieves.
Mm.
So at the time, Sporty Thieves was opening up for X, and X was opening up for Wu-Tang.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember when X got on stage. See, Rec, this stuff is crazy, man, because when you see things now, how you think I felt? But I know you're going to ask me, why did I leave or why did I broke away? But that time, you know, the crowd really wanted Wu-Tang. They had that Protect Your Neck record out.
Gotcha.
And they came there with like 100 people, Rec. They had girls with Wu-Tang tattoos, and it looked crazy. Like people with spikes and whatever. So when X got on, he only had a little bit of time. So I said, yo, you got a little bit of time. Do what you got to do. He grabs the mic and say, motherfucker Wu-Tang.
Wow.
And I was like, oh, man. Because, you know, old Dirty, he took that shit personal. I think Ghostface took it personal. And I think another member, they was like, what, son? Yo, what, son? What that nigga said, son? So it was about to be problems. And I was young. And I was like, God damn, like, and he was like, Yonkers got my back, dog. Who you with? I was just like, oh, man. But that was back then. I know Meth remember that.
Wow.
Meth got to remember that. But RZA, like I said, RZA is so good at what he do. RZA had that plan together like this. How 50 has his, how G-Unit at that time, when you move, when 50 say move, that team moved when RZA said move. And so RZA shut that down quick.
Salute to you. I tell people, man, that's the Abbott, man. I mean, a lot of people already know that's the Abbott, but I'm like, yo, that's one of the most respectable movements and strongest movements in hip-hop ever. Like that Wu-Tang movement, just because the brains, to that whole thing was RZA. And, yo, he's a genius, man. I don't care what nobody say, man.
Yo, if every movement had a little bit of what RZA did with Wu-Tang, a little bit of what 50 did with G-Unit, a little bit what Juice Crew All-Stars with Marley Marl in them, and a little bit of, Death Row and Rough Riders, that would be crazy.
Crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
Y'all do the show with Wu-Tang, DMX, I guess caused a little ruckus.
Yeah, but it was handled. He did the show, good. And so we started doing more stuff. Like, I don't know if Joaquin even knew about that, but he was coming around, but he was just coming around by himself. Because like I said, in the beginning, it was just him. That's all I remember. Like his family, other family members came on eventually, but it was just him. And his sister Siobhan, which is a good person, she was handling the paperwork or stuff like that, and he was trying to build an independent label. That's what he was trying to do. But at the time, he was just trying to get some records done. So the story they told on BET Chronicles, which I was on, I don't like. Some of the story is like, I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? I just know the work I did, and what me and I made sure I recorded everything. So people are not going to say what I did and what I did not do. I don't know why I did that back then, but I always used to tell him, I said, yo, you're going to be a star, man. You're going to be a star. And then he liked it, me recording him. He's like, yo, we got to get this on camera. You know what I'm saying? One day this will be for you. Like he always say that. Because like X was smart. He said this industry is going to try to break us apart. But as long as we got something documented, they could never do it.
Wow. He was a prophet, man.
Yeah. He always he used to do dumb shit, but he'll still give you a good shit. Like there's a DMX and there's a Earl. You know what I'm saying? You might talk to DMX, he might be on some business shit. Yo, dog, you do that. And one day he was getting on me about some girl, man, and this girl I had named Janet. I ain't gonna say her last name, but she I didn't want to really be with her, man. You know what I'm saying? But X, he liked it. He said, "Yo, dog, y'all are good together, dog. Give it, you know what I'm saying? Just give it some love." But then I'm looking at him doing all the shit he doing, and I'm like, "What this nigga giving me this advice?" You know what I'm saying? Oh man. And Tashira, she was there back then. You know, in the beginning, because he was trying to rap to Tashira. He tried to rap to her a lot. She was turning him down in the beginning. Like, she wasn't trying to mess with him. You know? She kept hearing about the drug stuff and whatever, and she just was like, nah. But eventually, he won her over, man. He kept trying to, you know, he could be romantic when he wanted to. You know what I'm saying? My life is fucked up, and, you know what I'm saying? With you, it'll be pure, and I don't know, whatever he said, she probably was like,
sounds just like the nigga too.
Yeah, she like,
yo,
let me
rest
give
in
him.
peace, DMX too, man. Gotta see that, man.
Tashira's ride or die. I'm letting you know that. In the beginning,
now she
was there for all that stuff, all that. So any of those females, baby mothers, no disrespect to none of y'all, but y'all better
give her
y'all better give
respect.
her due.
Yeah, give her just due.
Because what she went through, none of y'all would have went through. I don't want to promote that and have people mad at me, but it's the truth.
Truth is truth. You know. Now, let's get into the book a little bit, because the book will open up a lot of other questions I want to ask you. Okay. What's the name of the book?
The Man That Walked the Dog.
That caused a lot of controversy, I heard.
Yeah, it did. Like, but if they were smart, see, I brought that book idea to X first before I did it. Now, X said before that he was bipolar. You know what I'm saying? And I remember when I brought it to him, he said, "Yo, dog, that's hot. That's hot. How you got the dog with the eyes? Ooh, that's Boomer. That's what's up." Like, he was hype about it. He said, "Get your money." Now, only why he said that is because I helped him with his book. Me and his uncle, Collie J, the guy Smokey that was doing his book, Earl. Y'all can check it yourself. Y'all can go get it and read it. It's his book. And there it says material and stuff by Superior. So later on down the line, my man Rome, he's a writer. He put out a book called The Dark Cloud of Yonkers. This is the book. The Man That Walked the Dog.
Got you.
So Rome was like, "Yo, what about having your own book?" You know what I'm saying? The Lost City of Yonkers. He put out a book called The Lost City of Yonkers. It's out there. It's about a couple of people from Yonkers and stuff like that. But I was in that book and I had so much story. They was like, "Yo, we need to give you your own book." So eventually that's what I came up with. And I'll tell you why I came up with that title. When X went to jail, I kept the dog. I had Boomer. So if anybody know about X, he loves his dog more than he like people. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Like, I think on this interview, he said something about what comes first. He said the dog, then God. And then he switched it and was like, well, dog backwards is God. You know? So I kept the dog. So if I kept the dog and I was walking on it all the time, I was the man that walked the dog.
Got you.
Like, if you knew everything about X and didn't know about me, like, well, who's he? That's the man that walked the dog. Why would I talk about walking him? And the only why they thought I was saying that, because a lot of times he used to get high and he used to hide places, and I was the one that had to go get him. I could go walk in a crack spot and pull him out. He would never fight me or, you know, he'd be in a drug spot getting high, but he was always writing rhymes, Reck.
Oh,
that's the crazy thing. One time I walked in there, man, and he was writing rhymes in the corner. And I was just like, wow. You know what I'm saying? But I never judged him. I always told him I love him. I never judged him.
That's an ill element to be in. A crack spot. Like, I'm talking about you
Yeah.
And you walking in and he's writing rhymes. That's crazy. That's a movie within itself.
Yeah.
That's
But
crazy.
you could tell X was fighting his demons because he can do 3 months or 2 months
being
good,
clean. Yeah.
and he would go right back. You know what I'm saying?
Yo-
A lot of times you would see him in the daytime one way, nighttime he was another way.
Wow. Crazy. Let me ask you this. Now, it's conflicting stories. Well, X said what he said about what's the homie that put him on to the crack?
What's that guy name he was talking about?
Ron something? Is it
Ronnie Rant, Ron or
something
yeah,
like
yeah. Look, all I can say is X told me that story back then. So I don't think he's lying.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But maybe it's something that he add in it that he don't want the world to know. I don't know. But the story, I heard the story before.
And how how you heard the story?
X told me.
No, I'm saying in which way though? Like how did he tell you the story? Break it down.
Oh, we sat down one night. We was talking, and we always, our dream was to be on Def Jam. He wanted to be on Def Jam so much, man, that we put pictures up in the room of artists from Def Jam and all over, and he used to write rhymes dissing everybody just in case he ran into them.
Wow.
And he figured his name was Simmons, his last name, and Russell owned Def Jam, so he like, I belong there. That's where I belong. You know what I'm saying? He always felt that way.
He put that in the universe.
Yeah.
Wow.
So when we sat down one night, I asked him, I said, because I had family members that was on drugs and
we
stuff
all
like
did. We all did, man.
And we all did. So all that, X was like, yo, man. He said, dog, you want to know how this happened? I was like, no, not really. I don't care about that, dog. I just want you to get your mind right. Nah, I'm going to tell you because, just in case one day I can't tell you, you can tell it. So
like you doing right now?
Yeah, he was like, he was young, smoking weed, stuff like that. And maybe the guy didn't mean for him to smoke that. Maybe he just had it in it. And you know how people be smoking and people be passing stuff? Maybe that's how it happened. And X just took the blunt and that's what happened. Come on, back then, people were putting dust in a dust joint.
So
Come on, you don't.
It was a woo.
Yeah.
Pretty much. It was weed and crack.
Yeah.
Got you.
And come on, man. People, mad people was doing that.
I mean,
so,
the woo admit to doing that. You know what I'm saying? Ray.
Yeah, and they rhymes. You heard Ghostface.
Yeah.
For Dust Down, I was killing them. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. People were
Ray
buying
Kwong,
them.
the combination of cracks and weed made my eyes bleed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I love Wu, man, because Wu don't hide stuff, man. They let you know what's what. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Nah, facts. So, with DMX being this incredible talent, but also having those demons he's fighting, man, like that had to be like a real chaotic relationship in a sense. Like,
yeah,
just explain how that is, because it's like the one thing that I understand with X, and I think everybody does, regardless of what was going on, he was getting to that music. Like the music was never a question with him. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I'll tell you this, man. X was top dog, man. We used to be in the house. The great thing about X is a lot of them albums y'all heard, some of those songs we did already, man.
Wow.
We was in the house doing those joints. That's why when I be hearing people take credit for stuff or I did the hook, I'm like, how the hell you did the hook, man? We was doing that in the house.
Wow.
I could play Get At Me Dog in 91, 92. I could play that.
Dang.
So when it came out in 99, we did that already, man. Those verses were done already. Nobody told X how to rhyme, how to spit it. Nobody did that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Darren from Rough Riders, he had a little bit of influence but he was learning as, X was learning. He was learning at the same time.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? But Darren was more like, when he got involved, he got involved later down the line. But then, because Darren was from the streets. I mean, him and his brother's from the street. But Darren, was more. I got to give Darren that.
No
you know
doubt.
what I'm saying?
Now, let's go there real quick, man. Because when I first spoke to you, oh man, you told me something that was real, like heartfelt.
Okay.
You was like, "Yo, dog, I was one of the first people with X, and when he passed away, I was there when he pulled the plug." Let's go into that.
I went there with his uncle, Collie J, like I said. They let us in, Reck. We went in there. We was the last ones to see him before they pulled the plug in the morning, man. And he looked, to me, he looked kind of bad with all that stuff in his mouth and all that. But he looked like, I ain't gonna lie, when I went in there at first, I'm looking at him like, man, X is gonna get up, man. He looked like he was gonna get up. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just looking at him like, nah, dog, you can't go out like this. Then his uncle grabbed his hand and he was just, I never seen his uncle do this before, Reck. His uncle he ain't even with all that. Like, he's the type of person that don't believe in certain stuff. He grabbed his hand, man, went to one knee like, dog, man, it's not time for you to go. And I was just, wow. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
I was trying to hold it in for him, and for myself, because I was about to tear out. You know what I'm saying? But I held his hand and I would start rapping in his ear. I started saying his raps, like, who's the master? Who's the Mac? Who's that motherfucker dressed in black? Where's your dogs at? I'm right here, dog. Like, I was just saying stuff, thinking that he was going to be like, yo, dog, get the fuck out of my ear. Like, I was praying like he'll just get up and do that. I would have been happy with that, too. Out of that and did that. I'd have been happy. Even though he yelled at me, I'd have been happy. But it wasn't like I could sit here and laugh about it now. I couldn't laugh about it that day. It messed me up for a couple of days because I don't go to funerals, man. I didn't go to my grandmother's funeral. I don't go to funerals because I don't like to see people like that. You know what I'm saying? And I have a problem with people that come see you when you're on your way out, but when you're out here suffering, they don't do nothing for you.
Facts.
So I have a problem with that. I can't sit next to people and he was this and he was that and I loved him and I'm like, man, I gotta get out of here.
Now, you saying what you saying, Swiss Beats put a lot of people on blast when DMX passed away, and he pretty much was saying the same thing you saying now. Like,
yeah, but Swiss was saying some other stuff, you know what I'm saying? But Swiss had some points. Can't say he didn't have no points.
Hold on, let me pump the brakes right there on you. When you said Swiss was saying some other stuff, what you talking about?
I feel that Swiss might have been going in on some of the industry, people who made money off him, people that X gave a career to. But there's so much that you can say to somebody who wants to do what he want to do. So we got to remember that too. Facts. X was his own man, and X is the type of dude you could be like, yo, dog, don't press that button right there because that button makes that building collapse. What, this button right here? You know what I'm saying? Oh shit, I didn't know you said it was live now. I thought you said later. Like, don't touch it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So X was the type, like, you couldn't get, X didn't praise money, Reck. Do you remember that time when Nelly blew up? It was an award show that he was supposed to do with Jay-Z. I think somebody got fired behind this at BET. I don't know. But I know that somebody said that X is definitely coming. That's that time him and Jay had that moment, and they were supposed to be on stage together and all that. Man, X was at the hotel, man. X wasn't going. Everybody was trying to get him to go. He's like, I'm good. So he never showed up.
Wow.
You know, that's the time Nelly got his due. Then Nelly started blowing up. I remember that time. You know what I'm saying? So X was like that. So Swiss, like I said, he might have been talking about people even close to him. You don't know.
Gotcha.
But they got the message. Whoever he was talking to got the message. But, like I said, man, he was around to make those comments. I can make some comments, but it is what it is.
Yeah, now it was somebody else. I think he went by the name of Jungle. And he I guess grabbed the mic at the funeral in the church. And
I think Jungle was that was ex people, ex friend or whatever. I never really talked to Jungle before. I think I've seen him one time, said what's up, and that's it. I used to stay out of that. My thing is when I see X, I'm just talking to X. I ain't talking to everybody else.
Got you.
Saying if it wasn't some of his security or boys he had with him, this dude named Spank or these other guys. If I didn't see guys that I knew, I wasn't really trying to hear them.
Got you.
So Jungle, that was some pain.
Yeah.
It was some pain, and what I heard was somebody was trying to stop him from talking. And then I think he was like, F that, I'm talking. That's my dog. I'm going to say something. So maybe that's what happened. I don't know.
Got you. But he did a apology video, and D from Rough Riders, it looked kind of like he was forced to get that apology, man, because
he was definitely probably talked to.
Yeah.
We could say it that way.
Yeah, let's just say it that way.
He was talked to.
Yeah.
So he felt he looked it like a fool maybe, and he wanted to apologize to the world because you don't want that memory. You don't want that memory. He had to apologize, say something to explain himself because the rest of his life they're going to keep bringing that up.
That's a fact.
Every time he goes somewhere, if he does an interview, what's good? My name is Jungle. You the cat that jumped up on, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's always happened. So I'm sure he's a good dude, man. I never really said.
I mean, you could tell he was passionate about how he felt about DMX. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But salute to him. You know what I mean?
Salute to you, Jungle. And one day, I hope I get to meet you if you're watching this. Sit down and two of X's friends. We need to chop it up.
No doubt. Now, DMX becoming this. Well, let's go to It's Dark and Hell is Hot.
Okay.
Was you around for that process of the album being recorded and all that? The whole process?
Definitely was there. There was nights X would. Yo, man, X was so used to selling mixtapes, but X used to do some dirty shit. He'll put one song on a mixtape. Tell somebody it's a full mixtape and get $20 for it.
Wow.
Oh, this is the hot shit. It's coming out soon. You'll be the first one with it. meanwhile, we done made 40 copies of this deck.
Wow.
And he'll go out and sell it. People buy it, and then when they find out it was one song, he'll blame me. You know what I'm saying? He used to tell me though.
Yo, the DJ fucked up. My DJ.
Yeah, it was superior. I tell him to do it. I got to get a new DJ. Like, some shit like that.
Your DMX impressions is amazing, man.
I
Spot on.
Every crazy shit he used to say to me, man.
Spot on. Your DMX impressions, spot on.
Yeah.
Salute.
And I used to hate it. I used to hate when he did that, but some people knew better to come say something. I'm not saying I could beat the world, but I wasn't playing those games.
That's crazy, man. So during that process of that It's Dark and Hell is Hot, Dame Grease and who I think PK was
PK, yeah.
They was like the main producers on that project, right?
Yeah, they were the main producers. Swiss only had, I think, one record on that project.
Rough Riders Anthem.
Rough Riders Anthem. But PK, yes, PK, and Grease.
That's my man, Grease. Shouts to Dan Grease.
Grease is a cool. Grease is a cool dude. He been around. Like I said, me and X fought like brothers, man. Grease was there for one of the episodes. You know what I'm saying? But
what you used to fight about, though?
A lot of times, man, the bad thing about us as people, man, a lot of people, when they're jealous about stuff, they put stuff in people's ear. You know what I'm saying? You can have two brothers fighting against each other, and they don't know what the fuck they fighting about. And then when they go to jail with each other, they start talking, and they find out it wasn't even them.
Wow.
So a lot of times, I think people were just trying to break me and him up. They didn't like our relationship. And he used to tell me that. He used to, well, dog, people don't want to see us together, dog. He always used to tell me that, but I thought he was making up an excuse. But as I look at it now, X was trying to keep me away from the bullshit.
Gotcha.
I think he cared about me so much he kept me away from the bullshit because he would be out there saying, nah, I don't fuck with him, dog. And then nighttime, he's at my house. Or he's coming to see me. But it's always on the low. He used to tell me, like, dog, when you sit with a nigga and he's talking that bad about a nigga and you don't even know him, and you learn something about him. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes he used to do that bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Got you. You got to know him to love him, pretty much. Yeah. Pretty much.
I told people, I said, like I told you, I feel that I'm original R from the beginning. This is before the bikers and all that. Joaquin, when he first built his studio, because Y was determined too. I got footage where Y, if Y had the chance, he would have been a rapper. One time, Y would be more hyper than X. I got some footage where Y was on stage going crazy, like trying to get the crowd to go crazy.
Wow, that's crazy. I never seen Y in that element, so you having that footage is golden.
I got some footage of Y going crazy. And I remember why I asked somebody, he said, who showed you that? They said Superior. He was like, he shook his head. To this day, why I don't like people coming around with a camera? He look at him like, you think you Superior or something? Like,
wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, that album process was crazy, but this is the last thing I'm going to say with these guys, but you got to give them credit for this only. Not only. But you got to give them credit for this.
Talk to me.
No other CEO, company, family would have sat there and dealt with all that craziness they had to deal with. But X paid them back in full. First album, $4 million out the gate. I think that's payback.
Facts.
For all the nonsense, all the craziness. But they had to do a lot of work to keep this dude. He was always in something, bro. Always in. He wasn't even acting like he was an artist when he was an artist. There was a story about, let's call it I don't know. It's a story. At one time, he took something from Puffy at a meeting. Not from Puffy's hands. I think Puffy might have left his Rolex out or something on the table. I forgot what the hell happened, but I think X took it.
X banged him for the rollie?
I think it was a rollie. Man, there was times X was on tour. He was still robbing people. He didn't care about the deal. There's one time he was walking to the stage to perform, and he had security and some people behind him. And some kid that was a mega fan, like, yo, X, my nigga, because, you know, X fans is crazy. You know, they know you for years, and they think when they smoke a blunt with you, you're their cousin, and you know what I'm saying? And it was a kid with a nice chain on. He's like, yo, X, what's up, my nigga? So, you know, X looking at the chain, but X is like, yo, my dog, hey, what's up, dog? Like, X don't know this nigga. You know what I'm saying? But then X is like, yo, let me wear that. Let me. He's like, yeah, go ahead, dog. And X took the chain and kept walking. So the guy's in the back walking with him. He's like, come on, come with us. Then he whispered to the security, "Get rid of him."
Wow.
But eventually he gave it back to him. Though.
Played him. Now, Get At Me, Dog. It's a line in there where he dissed K Solo.
Yeah, X was pretty mad with K Solo because it was that Spellbound record. You know what I'm saying? The Spellbound style, should I say? Because K Solo did write his version of Spellbound. X wrote his version of Spellbound, but X said he was in jail with him, and he felt that he stole his style. You know, when you're in a rec room, you're banging on the table, spitting. X probably did a style. K Solo heard it, copied it. You know, I believe my man wrote it first. Did the style first, but K Solo wrote a similar style. You know what I'm saying? MCs do that all the time. They could be a rapper over. Well, look, I feel that X version, you know. So that's what happened. So as soon as he got his chance, because tell you the truth, Reck, we were hating on them after that. We was mad at him because he got his chance. He had his little record and Spellbound, Mom in Your Business, Mom, Your Mom in My Business.
Yeah, he was moving. K Solo was out here moving at one time.
Yeah, he was moving. He was moving so much that at the time, and this is before we was with the R. I remember we went down to a show. We went down to a show that he was at, and we went down there with 100 deep from Yonkers. And we all got in. And I don't believe we paid neither. You know what I'm saying? They just let us in. They didn't want no problems. And EPMD was in there with him. And Eric Sherman didn't come downstairs, and neither did K Solo. Now, I'm not saying K Solo was a punk in no way, because I believe he would have came downstairs. But I think business-wise, they kept him upstairs. But PMD came downstairs.
Harris Smith
came downstairs with one or two dudes, and he was on his, you know, business stuff. He was like, "Yo, man, let's talk." You know what I'm saying? It's all about business. Like, what's going on? All the stupid stuff. Let's make some money. You know how Paris talk. But Paris is a real dude, man. I respect Paris because, you know, even though we were telling him, yeah, let's keep it business, but X is just waiting for this nigga to come downstairs. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it on now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he wanted to battle. Let's do it for New York. Let everybody see. Like, you know. But I'm glad he didn't come downstairs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Especially
because no matter what hand
deep.
You ain't knocking out 100 niggas.
That's a fact.
And when me and X used to make them tapes, like I said, not to go back to it, but we kept thinking that these guys kept coming at us. Because X used to be doing stuff certain places, but we wasn't on. So, you know, when you a rapper that's trying to do something, but you ain't there yet, people that's on gonna look at you like, get this crab nigga out of here. Like, you know what I'm saying? So when that record Rampage came out, we heard this nigga P said, you could get rugged, tough, hard like P. Try to pull my man, but you couldn't pull me. You faggot, no comp, rapper on a quest. Get your head. Many people, many people didn't be paid. Goddamn right, punk, stay out of my way. Because I don't smoke crack, I smoke MCs. Who the fuck is he talking about? Think about that for a moment. You know what I'm saying? Now, he was on that record going at L, I guess. That's what I heard on the Drink Champs. They were saying, because I heard Eric Sherman say, nah, that was P, whatever. So I think L gave him a shot, whatever L was saying to him. But some of that shot was to X, I believe. He was just trying to hold his man K Solo down. Probably. Wow. That's how I took it.
Wow.
So, no, X took it that way first, and then he made me see it when we used to talk about it, and that's why we just kept blowing down all them EPMD beats. Like, I got some freestyles where we were blowing down their beats because we wanted them to hear it.
So that Get At Me, Dog was personal because that was an EPMD. I think that was, what was that?
Get the Bozak.
Was it Get the Bozak?
Get the Bozak, yeah. Vacation's over, green, yeah. Get the Bozak. So that's Get At Me, Dog.
I thought that was Knick Knack Paddywhack.
Nah. That beat is Knick Knack Paddywhack goes different.
Got you.
That's Knick Knack Paddywhack. Get at Me Dog is the version of Get the Bozak.
Got you.
Now Grease played it over like he said. It's still the record though. The sample is still the sample. You know what I'm saying?
That shit was hard too. And a lot of people don't know that Get At Me Dog, that was worked. That didn't pop off soon as it dropped. I remember that record being worked.
It was worked, yeah. At that time, you know, Y had a little more. Man, we had people rocking Rough Riders worldwide, you know, everywhere. People were just, because they were rooting for the underdog. They wanted the underdog to win. We used to go to Jones Beach. We used to go anywhere that we thought. We had a routine we had where we had a fake K Solo on stage, tied up, slapping them up and stuff, and whatever. Wow. That's the first time X battled a Jamaican dude. Because these Jamaican dudes wasn't trying to hear that. They they don't give a fuck who he was. And then I remember X battling the Jamaican dude, and he said, "What the fuck is buck buck? My shit goes boom." That shit started ruckus, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's how we felt with the K Solo record. But just to drop a jewel on y'all, when we first made those verses for Get At Me Dog, we were dissing Tupac.
Oh, wow.
So the version I got, it says, that nigga Tupac can suck my dick. And there's nobody from the West Coast can barely move me. Because when I blow shit up, we blow shit up like white bitches or whatever. And you hear me in the background saying, fuck Death Row.
Oh, wow.
So at the time, that's what that was.
What was X beef with Tupac about?
You know, at the time, like I told you, the Locks and us, we family. We still street family. We Yonkers family no matter what. We might be in the same place and don't speak. Sometimes. But it's still family. So at the time, I think the Locks, they joined Bad Boy in like 95 or 94 or whatever. It's just that at the time, Pac just felt that he was, you know, Pac, after Bishop and Juice, he kept being Bishop after a while. You know what I'm saying? So X just felt like he's bald head. Because X always had a bald head. It wasn't like he was copying off Tupac. A lot of people said that. They was like, oh, that's Tupac. Man, X Ben had a bald head. You wouldn't catch him with no damn hair on his head. You know what I'm saying? And he just felt like he wanted to do that at the time.
Got you. Did he listen to Tupac music at all?
Nah. Nah, he never really listened to Pac.
Like,
and after a while, we was cool with Death Row, man. We loved Death Row because at one time, I think Suge was trying to sign X to Death Row.
Say word.
Yeah, I think he was trying to sign the Locks too at a time. I think he wanted
that too.
Yeah, he wanted them too. So it was love. It was just competition. Like I told you when you asked me about the family going back and forth with each other. To me, it was just friendly competition. It was one of those things when you got so many nice people around each other, they going to clash.
Got you. And you talking about that time when X said, it's 3 of y'all, and y'all still can't go, and you're barely gonna go, something to that effect?
How it go?
That's
3 niggas, 3 months to go gold. You fucking with the dog. You already know. What the fuck is y'all mad at? 15 million. Nah. Yeah, X just playing around, man. Wow. Locks ain't no slouches, man.
Oh, hell no.
They come right back at him. So they, you know, you heard Get At Me Dog remix. Styles was bringing it. Hey, Styles, you an 8-ball nigga. You like to play pool. Like,
oh, word? I gotta go back now.
I'm just saying, as a DJ, as a fan, I know that
Styles was taking shots at DMX on Get At Me Dog remix.
They always taking shots at each other, man. Wow. But like I said, it was a family thing. Rough Riders created that, like, that pit type of feel, and we throwing y'all in, and everybody going against.
All the dogs fighting each other.
Yeah, Eve
Got
used
you.
to get it too.
Mm.
Eve used to be in those. Eve bit a couple of heads off too.
Mm.
Eve ain't no fucking spring chicken.
Mm.
Yeah, she'll kill. She was nice.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
No
But
doubt.
you know, you heard Jay, the locks, 3 niggas that listen and watch, and you know our style. Yeah, come on, man, niggas know.
Now, you bringing up Jay, DMX and Jay-Z battle, man. Was you there for that?
I wasn't there for that, but I heard about it.
And what you heard? What you heard?
To me, it was even. You let Dame tell it some days. If Dame's mad with Jay-Z, X won. If he isn't, it was a tie. Like, to me, it was a tie, man. X was better with the grimy shit. Like, you and your man, and you could hold his dick while he's sucking it, and, you know, X doing that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Fuck you and you, and Jay-Z is more on the rat-a-tat-tat and money machine and my money, while you sitting over here, I'm over here.
Got you.
You know? I'm in Bel Air, you watching Bel Air, and 2 big teams clashing, man. That's all.
Let's talk about the Murder Inc. group project.
It would have never happened.
It would never happen?
Nah, too many egos.
Now, I spoke to Chris Gotti. I did an interview with him.
Chris Gotti's my man. Big shout out to Gotti.
Shouts to Chris Gotti.
He had me on Murder Inc. Radio. He showed me love. He showed my brand love. Like I said, I have a liquor called Rowdy Punch. He showed me love with that.
No doubt. No doubt.
And,
salute to Chris Gotti.
I didn't mean to be in my liquor, but, you know, I had to.
Nah, get your plugs on. Get your plugs on. It's all good. That's what we do over here, man.
Young brother we call Rowdy Six. We got that liquor situation.
No doubt. No doubt. Now, Chris Gotti, he told me, he like, yo, DMX, after he sold 5 million, was ready to do the Murder Inc. project. He was like, yo, let's do it. And he said Ja was with it, but he alluded that Jay-Z was like the one giving, I guess, the funny energy to not get the project done, in a sense. You know what I'm saying? He alluded to that.
Hove is nice, but one thing Hove does not want to be, back then, Hove does not want to be outshined. And at the time, you know, Ja had those records too. We can't. Yeah. Ja was no slouch.
Ja's not a slouch. I tell niggas.
You know what I'm saying? We were a little mad with him. I ain't gonna lie. Because in the beginning, like, he used to, I guess, be X's hype man or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know, but he was no slouch. So those two was bringing the heat. And Irv was behind those two. And Irv was also working with Jay on certain things, but then, you know, it's just too many egos, because only X wanted to do it. X probably wanted to blow them both down.
Just cause.
After a while, X wasn't too fond of Ja Rule.
Facts.
So that's why I said, like, Pitts, like when we was just talking about the battle stuff with the X and the Locks and the dogs is fighting each other and throwing shots, but they're not really biting. You know, they just play wrestling or whatever they doing, lyrical wrestling. But when it was time to go after other people, then it was on. But that's where that record came from. Used to be my dog, you was in my left titty. Because I asked him, I said, who's that to? You know, I'm joking with him, thinking it's about me. I said, that's to me, dog? Dog, I would say your name, dog. Like, he said, nah, that's to my son. I was like, who's your son? He said, well, I can't say his name because, you know, we on the same label and, you know, confrontation, but he knows. So, yeah, that was about Ja. And your style bringing on that song. Yo, D, fuck them niggas. Them niggas ain't your dogs. You know what I'm saying? Nobody went there style saying nothing. You heard X. It was always something there, but I just couldn't touch it. So I let it slide. Let it ride.
So. Now that you killed it, I'm glad that it died. I think it was something to that effect, right?
Yeah. It's all right. You know where you live.
Yo, that record
Not
was so
gonna-
hard. That record is classic.
That's what you get for hating. Whatever.
Yeah. Man.
Do a grimy nigga like you do a grimy bitch. You stop fucking with it. Got no more rap. But anyway, there was a record that he made after Great Depression where he was still going at Ja. I didn't understand after a while because I was thinking like, bro, Ja don't want those type of problems, man. Just leave it alone. Like, he had a song called Ride Out where he was going in on him. But Def Jam wasn't trying to put it out. I got that record. I know that, I don't know if they still have it, but I have it. That's when he was trying to push Bloodline. And then he made a song called Ruled Out.
Wow.
And he was going at Ja.
Crazy.
Ja loved X, man. He didn't want to, you know. Ja just did the regular thing everybody else said. Who? Crack man? But you got to understand, once you keep saying that type of stuff, you just fueled him to keep trying to come at you.
Facts. Now, I was gonna say, DMX got an album coming out. I believe, I want to say this week.
28th.
Yeah. Now, was you around for the recording of this album?
None of the album. Nope. He asked me for a couple of things though. You know, sometimes you spice up some old lyrics that might be hot. So he asked me for something like that. But nah. Now Swiss hit me and said, just yesterday he hit me, texted me and said, I'm gonna let you hear the album. So I'm still waiting for him to hit me back.
Got you. Now, I'm hearing it's some crazy features on his album. I'm hearing he got a feature from Jay-Z. I'm hearing Pop Smoke. I'm hearing Griselda. What else?
The Pop Smoke record I don't think is on this album.
Oh, nah?
I don't think so. Well, yeah, all these features. X, you could tell X was at the end of the conversation I had with him that he had with me and his uncle. X might have been, X was trying to enjoy his life with his kids and stuff like that. I don't think X wanted to do music no more, man.
Wow.
That's my honest opinion with it. Like, he wanted to do stuff and do his catalog and do stuff, but I don't think he was really, you know what I'm saying? But he completed it. But the X I know would have never had all those features.
Wow.
Would have never had. But it was a good thing to do. You got to give Swiss his props for what he did.
No doubt.
You know?
Salute to
All the help,
Swiss Beats.
whoever had something to do with it. Got to give him salute to all of those people that made my dog. Because I'm hearing that is a masterpiece. So we wanted to sell 1 million the first week, hopefully. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, let's put those good vibes in the universe.
Put them in the universe.
Yeah. Now, you got a lot of material in terms of videos, even songs and freestyles that nobody never heard, or maybe, you know, like rare is very rare. You know,
yeah, if they heard them, some of them is extorted copies or whatever, but it was made at my house, the House of Hits, 527. So you might have a copy, but you can't do nothing with it. You didn't record it. So,
got you.
But yeah, hopefully that stuff I'll make the right deal. Right now I'm trying to get somebody at Def Jam. I would like to sit down with somebody at Def Jam. That's what I want to do. But I got some aces in the hole though.
You live on MRecktv, man. I ain't gonna let you get away. You gotta give me something, man. You got aces in the hole, man. Give me a few aces, man. Like, what you got in the hole? Talk
with
to
my
me.
book. The clip I sent you. The
Okay.
world didn't see it.
Oh yeah, I got that. They gonna see a glimpse of that.
We'll show them that at the end of the. You can show them the whole thing. It's just a trailer.
Mm-hmm.
But we made a story. I started filming a movie for my book.
Mm.
So anybody who watches the movie will know that bullshit about walk the dog. I mean, you don't know what the hell you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? So I could have named it Before the World Knew the Dog.
Mm.
That's another title I got using for something else. But I could have said that. Then what excuse y'all would have had?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I got that. And some other joints.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what Wreck getting to.
Nah, because we had did an interview before, and we went through what we went through, like in terms of some technical shit. But I'm just trying to remember everything you told me because you gave me so much information, man. Like, oh man, and it was like records and like exclusive videos you have that nobody got. I'm just trying to remember what you was telling me, man. Damn.
I think you're bringing up what happened to Marky D when we was on Rough House Columbia.
Oh yeah, that was crazy. Yeah, let's get into that.
We did a show downtown. We did a show, and Marky D from the Fat Boys, the people who know him, rest in peace,
Prince Marky D.
Marky D. There was a show we did for Rosie Perez. Rosie Perez.
That's her name.
And after the show.
Mm-hmm.
Rough House Columbia sent a limo and sent a town car. Now it's Marky D and it's DMX. Mm-hmm. The driver said, "Are you D?" He see us come out and whatever. So I actually like, "Yeah, I'm D." So we get into because we had Harlem Nights with us. That was another group from that Rough Riders had in the beginning, trying to get them whatever. And we got in the car with a young Swiss. Swiss was young then. He's playing around and stuff. We got in the car, and Swiss had my camera, so he was filming it. Mm-hmm. We was in the car laughing, spitting rhymes, and that's when we went in on Mary. We went in on it's footage of us, me and X, going in on him. You know what I'm saying? So Swiss was recording it, man. He knows that. They called. They was like, "Yo, that car ain't for you. It's for Marky D." So I guess Marky D came out and saw he had a town car. Mm-hmm. And he was like, "The hell going on?" You know what I'm saying? And I remember we put a big dude named Jay Blinn. We put a big dude up there with the driver. Bless his soul, Jay Blinn. Mm. And he was like, "Man, keep driving, man." X was like, "You stop this limo? That'll be your last stop, dog." You know what I'm saying? So the guy kept going. And I don't know if that's what got us kicked off Rough House Columbia, man, but he might have played a part.
Oh,
maybe
man.
We were right there on the edge, and that one just pushed us off. I don't know.
Wow.
The people that always ask me, did X live that dog life? Yes, he left that. He lived that dog life. There was times me and him be walking somewhere, and he'll see a cat. And I mean, I'm not telling you my man ran after cats and did that. He didn't do that. But you would hear a little growl. I'd be looking at him. God.
Wow.
Like, he would do that. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Even when he was at the house, having sex with, females, he used to bring girls over there. He had his dog in the room. And I remember one time the girl was like, "Yo, man, like, I heard it. It was quiet in there. But I heard X say something, and I heard her go, 'Earl, no. No, Earl.' And I don't know what happened.
Yeah, you don't know what's going on. Yeah.
All I know is X said, 'He's a virgin. Let him look. Like, he's learning.' That's all I know.
Yo!
It was crazy that day.
Yo!
And then it was quiet. And then all I heard him say, 'Get him, boy.' Like, I heard that. But wow. I'm not saying that the dog I'm not saying none of that. I'm just telling you, I don't know. But I know when she left, she had her head down, and she wasn't trying to look at me. Maybe because she knew.
So you
what
say?
I heard. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not saying X let the dog touch her. I don't know. But the dog, my man could vouch for me. My man Wednesday, he was there, man. He knows. Because we had a team called Gangsters of the Ghetto, GOG. You know what I'm saying? So that was a team. Like Biggie had Junior Mafia, DMX had DMX and GOG, Gangsters of the Ghetto. There's one day I was a rapper, next day I was a DJ. So I would do both. I can tell you a story where when Boomer was younger, we was all in the room recording. Now remember, the Bomb Squad was only Sheik and Jay. We was in the room recording, and X was getting hyped, spitting. Boomer started acting crazy. You know what I'm saying? And I remember the locks like going in Jay and Styles like going in my closet like, yo, dog, get him, dog, yo. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Trying to sick him on him, but Boomer was just going. I'm used to it, so I wasn't paying Boomer no mind. Like keep Boomer, so I know. But I seen it. He was acting a little crazy, and they were like, yo, anybody's gonna do that.
That's a fact.
A dog that they don't know and they know whatever. So I believe Kiss if he said that because Boomer was like that. Boomer X could talk to Boomer and say things like one time my man Wednesday, him and X was fussing about something, and X plays around like X do funny things like X will see a roach and he'll grab it and go, here's your cousin, like throw it on you. He do some funny shit like that. So one day Boomer was sitting there like a human, and him and my man Wednesday was talking, saying something, and then X was like, watch him, and Boomer just looks at my man and start growling.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And my man didn't want to move. My man's like, yo, man, get him, man, get him. He said, nah, you're talking greasy. Like, I don't like that. So I believe Kiss when he said that because Boomer was like that, man.
Wow.
Boomer out in a damn minute.
That's crazy.
When X was in jail, you said give you a story. When X was in jail, I kept Boomer. And anytime he heard police sirens, Boomer used to run and hide.
Wow.
Like, so I knew something was up. I said, this dog is messed up or something.
Yo. X taught him well, huh?
Yeah, he taught him well.
He used to run and hide from police.
And he heard sirens or whatever. He would growl, and then you see him back in the corner like it's about to go down. And I'm looking at him like, yo, you good, man. You good.
Wow. That's crazy, man. This going to be one of many. So let them know where they can get the book.
Oh, any bookstore got the book, The Man That Walked the Dog. Movie coming soon.
What's the name of the movie?
Same title of the book, The Man That Walked the Dog.
Got you.
And like I said, I'm doing my life growing up, what I was going through. Because a lot of people don't know my story, you know? Another artist that I had that was under me, which the world don't know, that started out with me first, was Bully from D Block.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Bully was under me too. So the House of Hits, which me and X used to call it, a lot of rappers came out of that house. And all we used to do is sit up there and make tapes and do stuff. So that's what we used to do.
Got you.
So like I told you, some of those albums got songs or freestyles that we turned into records. That's on those albums. That's why I want Def Jam to holler at me. It's your boy DJ Superior, MHE. I'm in the building with my man M.Reck. If you want to hear the real story, you got to hear it here, man. You can get me at the real DJ Superior.
Got you.
And I have a water brand called Superior Natural Spring Water. I got the number on there.
Salute.
914-505-5169. Let me see a bottle, Kev. Just to show people if they think I'm lying. Superior Natural Spring Water.
Salute.
That was a water deal.
That's major, man.
Yeah.
That's
$12 a case. I deal with bars and diners. Like I said, I run a label called Most Hated Entertainment. It's an independent label. I'm only going to name one of the groups that's really working.
So when you say Most Hated, I remember J Mills and Vado being under.
I was going to go there. I knew it.
I had to bring that up. Yeah, because I remember them yelling Most Hated and all that. Is that the same brand?
Nah, it's not the same brand, and I ain't got no problem with those dudes, man. Those dudes, they wasn't more like a label. Those guys was more like just guys that used to do functions and do cookouts, and that's their own family. Like Most Hated Entertainment, mine, my guys is Rowdy City from Connecticut, Ruger from White Plains, Evie Mac, Queen Envy. I had different artists or whatever. So we used to do shows together. It was a show that we did one time in Connecticut at Toad's place. We never had a problem though. You know what I'm saying? But because if you remember, J Mills was Young Money.
That's a fact.
So they used to call themselves MH or whatever. I mean, Vado. I don't know what Vado. As far as Vado, never had no problem with him. But I did a show with him, and we had about 60 Most Hated niggas in there with Most Hated shirts. And then it was some double R's in there too. So, I'm on both sides. At that time, I'm like, what? Like, there was no beef or nothing, but we in there, like, what's good? You know what I'm saying? And that was good to them, like, it was a standoff. But I remember one of their peoples came up to me and said, yo, we know who y'all are. And I said, all right, we know who y'all are too. It's nothing but love. You know what I'm saying? This is a label. That ain't really a label. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Vado's nice, so ain't nobody got no problems with Vado or J Mills. I don't know if they even still rep it, but Vado got it in his name, like his MH or whatever. But this is Most Hated Entertainment, MHE.
Gotcha.
I gotta shout out DJ Moschino.
Yes, shouts to DJ Moschino. Yeah, he do the alley-oop for us to be here, man. Shouts to DJ Moschino. Salute.
That's what men do.
Yeah. He definitely do the alley-oop. Shouts to the homie. That's my man. You know what I mean? He showed me a lot of love too in the music. You know what I mean?
Yes.
What would you say is the gift and the curse of knowing the DMX? DMX the great, the legend.
The gift is I had a chance to be with somebody who his heart was pure talent. He really wanted to, like I said, he taught me a lot of things, man. Even though I was a DJ, we did start off rapping in the beginning, like him teaching me certain things, rapping, to be aggressive on the mic. He always told me, like, be aggressive, dog. Like, say some shit that'll piss niggas the fuck off. They'll remember that before they remember some roses and some other shit. You know what I'm saying? So I went hard. The first rhyme I wrote was the Mary J. Blige diss, and I tried to gutter her out, man. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, the gift was to be with somebody that was really talented and really,
genuine.
Yeah. Like I said, we had in our mind that we're going to be on Def Jam soon. And I hate to keep saying Def Jam, but they was the one who really gave us a chance. And we got to thank Irv Gotti for that.
No doubt. Salute to Irv, man.
So, people a little upset with the comments he made, but back to the gift part. Yeah, it was just feeling so good to see somebody that was my friend to do good. And that's why I was able to stand back and watch him and be like, let my man shine. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
I felt good. It wasn't about, yo, what about me? And I'm a sue and I wasn't doing none of that. I kept footage. I had footage. My time eventually come.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? And because of Wreck, this is the first one. Everybody be calling after this one.
Yes, sir. Now the curse.
Now the curse. Something could look so good. You ever had a piece of cake and you're looking at it and you're like, oh, that shit's good. I'm about to tear this shit up. and you bite the shit, and you're like, this is the nastiest shit I ever had in my fucking life, right? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's how the industry is. Everything is smiles and people saying they got love for you. And man, I did shows out of town with people I know in my own town, artists, that I'll see them and they don't know me.
Crazy.
You know what I'm saying? That feeling is, this industry is, they're only there for how much they could suck out of you. This industry is dirty, man.
Yes, sir.
And if we want to clean it up, it takes us to clean it up.
Yes, sir.
So that's the curse. The curse is you can get in and think about it. Like X used to tell me, like, dog, I was more happy, dog, when we was just doing this shit for fun, man. Doing this shit now is like phony shit, and he got to do songs with people he don't like, and you know what I'm saying? Game was, so that's the gift and the curse. Gotcha. But no matter what nobody say, I love my dog to the fullest, and I always loved him no matter what. And like I said that to him on his deathbed. I said it to him in his ear. I said, I love you. I forgive you for all the nonsense I might have did, the nonsense you might have did. I love you, dog. Rest.
Rest easy, X. Rest easy.
I want to say he will be represented because we got enough stuff on him that y'all gonna hear stuff on him. Y'all gonna see how special. Y'all knew how special X was, but you're gonna really see how special X is. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
Y'all can run that drug stuff and all that stuff. That's cool, but that drug person sold more than you.
You hear something?
Have you guys heard of StreamBoss? It's a new IPTV provider that gives you over 5,000 channels for only $20 a month.
Oh, cool!
$20 for live TV, local TV, movies, TV shows, pay-per-views, and so much more.
Huh? What?
If you have a Fire Stick, smart TV, or streaming device, then head on over to thestreamboss.com to begin your setup process.
You're the plug and such. You a joke's bound to happen if you slipping or you lacking. I'm gripping on the Mac 10, ready for the action. Shots will make you break dance and have you do a backspin. I got more kicks than karate flicks. My whole team pushing Maserati whips. You on IG liking thotty pics. Shorty pocket broke, but her body fixed.
Peace, world. To promote your music or promote your business by placing an ad on MRecktv, contact MRecktVpromo, MRecktVpromo @gmail.com. Peace. Oh yeah, subscribe to MRecktv, youtube.com/MRecktv. I'm gone.
MRecktv. It's got a music.